Welcome back. 8:25, helping local businesses get ready for wildfire season.
Ed Linderman's live at the Carlsbad Safety Centers with details on the Fire Awareness Symposium. Ed, good morning.
Good morning, guys. Good morning, everybody. Want to give you a date. May 14th, 2014, 10:34 in the morning. A perfect storm, as a Carlsbad Battalion fire chief put it. 4 days later, the Poinsettia fire had caused $22 million in damage, and it could have been far worse for as many homes and apartments that they lost, if not for the work of Carlsbad fire and neighboring cities, including San Marcos and San Diego. 5 years later, almost to the day, the Carlsbad Chamber of Commerce and its Ready Carlsbad Business Alliance is holding a morning-long fire awareness symposium here at the Carlsbad Carlsbad Safety Center. The idea: spread awareness as it relates to 2019 and to talk about the need to prepare. Prepare includes mitigation. Number one, if the fire breaks out, okay, and maybe it does burn for 4 days, as this one did with this perfect storm, but it also accelerates recovery. You have to think about it in those terms if we can't get a handle on this fire right away. Joining us right now live, and we are obviously out here so as not to intrude on the symposium, is David Harrison, who's Carlsbad's Emergency Preparedness Manager, and you were here that day. Good morning, Mr. Harrison.
Good morning. Yes, I was. This facility houses Carlsbad's Emergency Operations Center. So just behind this symposium meeting conference room is the location of the Emergency Operations Center and Police Department dispatch. So a lot of the activity, the support for the first responders in the field who are doing the hard work, the dangerous work, was being coordinated behind me, yes.
We want to point out that the audience inside is made up of a lot of business people. You know, when we're out there talking about fire preparedness and evacuation plans, we say make sure your family knows 2 ways out, make sure that you know where to meet your children, etc. But at 9:34 in the morning, Carlsbad is rife with business parks and other offices. Everybody's at work and the kids are at school. We have to keep that in mind as well.
That's right. Carlsbad has many sectors. We have a residential sector, we have many visitors, we have a business sector, we have faith-based organizations, we have those that have access and functional needs, special needs, another sector of our community, critical infrastructure. We have plans to engage all of these sectors so that prepared and ready to respond to these wildland fires. This morning's Ready Carlsbad Business Alliance is focusing specifically on the business sector.
As it relates to
preparedness for any disasters. It could be earthquake, it could be fire, it could be hazardous material spills, it could be earthquake-generated tsunamis, those types of things.
In talking to the business community as opposed to people in their homes when their fire breaks out at night, your specific point of emphasis this morning was what?
Is that preparedness requires an all-hands effort. It's just not the homeowner, it's just not the family, it's the employee, it's businesses and business continuity operations plan. And a third component of our program in Ready Carlsbad is how businesses can help with community recovery. Carlsbad business sector came forth after the Poinsettia fire, raising tens of thousands of dollars, which in conjunction with the city of Carlsbad were distributed to the 70 families that were directly impacted by the Poinsettia fire.
I was listening to some of your talk, and you talked about choke points. You talked about early evacuations. When there's a fire and it is spreading as rapidly as this one did, you can't have these streets clogged with vehicles.
That's right. And so this fire back in 2014 started in the geographic center of Carlsbad. It's not something that we had advanced notification for. So we needed to do immediate notifications and immediate evacuations, once again coordinated through the Emergency Operations Center. So we use alerting systems, and I'm sure many residents are familiar with the term Alert San Diego. That is a primary notification system, but residents must register their cell phones. They need to go to readysandiego.org and fill out the template to do so. This year, as a result of some of the Northern California wildland fires, we're using another system called the wireless alerting system. You don't need to register for that one, but the information will go countywide. So if you want to get both pieces, you need to register for Alert San Diego and pay attention to the wireless alerting system, these red flag conditions that develop during Santa Ana winds.
Did I hear you correctly say we've only used that latter, the wireless emergency alerting system, once, and that was the Lilac fire?
That's right. So the wireless alerting system is relatively new, been around for a couple years. Most residents would be familiar with it because it's the same system we use for Amber Alerts. So if you've heard the Amber Alerts, you know what this WIA system is. It was used for the first time in San Diego County during the Lilac Fire to notify North County residents of the danger associated with the wildland fire.
And as we close here, we want to tell everybody that you're going to be on our air this coming Sunday.
That's true. And so we're going to be talking about some of the lessons learned that we're discussing here today.
On San Diego People.
And we're thankful for that opportunity.
Thank you for helping us promote it.
Appreciate
All right, Sunday, San Diego People. David will be part of the general discussion about. Well, here comes the warmer weather. We've had amazing amounts of rain, which has fueled, so to speak, fresh grasses. But all of that dead timber is still there, and it's not necessarily. I always think, well, it's so saturated. No, it dries out.
One last comment, if I may.
Yeah.
Something I'd like to share with our residents is, you're familiar with the phrase, see something, say something. Let's make sure we adopt that for these wildland fire conditions, these Santa Ana days. If you see unsafe conditions in our community, unsafe fire behavior, unsafe spark-producing behavior, be proactive and talk to someone. Let's stop these fires before they start.
David Harrison, thank you. We'll let you get back. We really enjoyed your talk inside before we came out here.
Thank you. Thank you, KUSI.
Thanks, Mr. Harrison. All right. See something, say something. You know, we think about that for the terrorist situation or a suspicious activity on behalf of somebody. But, you know, you're going along. He mentioned, you know, you see a contractor and he may not be the foreman, et cetera, but something's going on over there that could cause a spark. Say something. Seek somebody out. We've all got to be very, very proactive here. And shaping up to be another very dangerous fire season, unfortunately. We are live in Carlsbad. Back to you guys.
It will be all that rain we got and all the
Yeah, it
bushes
just
and
provided
shrubs.
more fuel
Yeah.
instead of just, you don't want to have a false sense of security with that. All right, thank you, Ed. Appreciate it.